Start recording. There we go. I might share my screen here for a second. Boom. That's right. You're still sending your video. Pin? I gotta figure out how all this Google stuff works again. So you guys can hear me? Good? I'll take a 10. Yep. Perfect. Alright. What am I recording? My main window here. Yes, okay, so what are we doing this week? We're not working too hard. We got a lot of our Turing stuff done. What we would normally do in the past is when we would come back from Christmas break, we would work on a big Turing final project, I guess. Or I think we would probably start with a Pong game. Hold on, let me just go. I'm home with my 2 kids here, so I gotta go unlock their. I gotta unlock his computer. Yeah, come in. I'm at home with 2 little kids, so my life ain't my own. All right, so yes, normally what we would do is some Turing projects. Let's see what would be next. Might still do some Turing stuff. It's going to be hard because not everyone has a Windows computer, and Turing only works in Windows. So maybe what our goal for today would be is to Turing download. And you'll see you can download it. I think Sam Baker turned me on to another Turing link as well. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Okay. And I'm going to Google Turing and download like that. And if you don't have a Windows computer, then I have some other stuff we can do too. Okay. So I'm going to click on Turing download, and you can download it for Windows. It's just one little file, I think. Actually, it's a zip file. So when you have a zip file, that's not it. Do I have a zip file? I have one here like that. What happens is you can right click it and hit extract all, and then you'll have Turing on your computer. Okay. The other option, if you want to try, is download the latest stable. I think this is the one Sam was telling me about, where some guy kind of like recoded Turing. And you can check it out. It actually works for Linux and Mac? No way. It's kind of cool. And so you can actually download it for Linux, Mac, or Windows there. And but if you only have a Chromebook, then you can't really do much, right? Because Chromebooks weren't really meant to code on. They're kind of like a... Oh yeah, that's the other one. What is this? Is this the same thing? Sam's got a link in there called tristan.hume.ca. I'm going to just type Tristan Hume Turing. Yeah. I'm a programmer. Where's this Turing code? I'll just follow Sam's link and you'll find it. Okay. So that would be your goal today. See if you can set up Turing. Maybe work on any assignments that you haven't handed in. Okay. I could only really grade stuff in the class, stuff that you've already handed in. Okay. Classwork here. So anything we do now, I don't know if I can grade it, or I can grade it. It can increase your mark, but it can't decrease your mark. So stay tuned for that. If you want to increase your mark, you can. I will just post an assignment here that I've come up with. And you can work on it today and tomorrow too. Programming languages assignment. Click on that. languages, insert there, make a copy for each student. I'll just call it assignments and mark it out of 20 or something like that. No due date. And let's look at it here. So here's something you could do if you can't get Turing on your computer. You could just look at our programming languages assignment and spend a day or two working on that. It says the following. Choose 2 programming languages from the following list. So I just have a little list of the most popular ones out there for coders. C, C++, JavaScript, Java, Python. This one's called C#. And there's one called Lua as well that gets used on a lot of games and stuff like that. It says write a report on when the language was founded, who it was created by, and what purpose it serves for programmers. So maybe it's really fast, and maybe it's used for, I don't know, some sort of gaming programming or databases, or maybe, you know, it's used for only internet programming or something like that, making websites. And it also says include a table of in your code of how the code compares to Turing. Okay. And so I just did an example where I did Turing and C++, and here's a counted loop for Turing. It's like for I colon 1 through 10. And then I went online and figured out how C++ would make a for loop from 1 to 10 kind of thing. Oops. Okay. So you could do that with some other, like, you could do that, another example would be like variables, right? I would go var num1 colon int, right? And that's how I do it for Turing. And then in C++, I go variables, and in Turing you just write int num1. Keeps autocorrecting, it's super annoying, okay? And you actually have to have a semicolon at the end of the line. So something like that, where you can pick 2 languages, see what they do. I know a lot of people ask about Python, so you can kind of see that it's almost identical to all the other coding languages. Once you know how to make loops and variables and stuff, they're all the same. It's just the setup on how to get them going and what they're used for that's different. Okay, so I'm going to take attendance right now. Let's see.